All right, Shalom Israel. This is the brother of Warba coming back to you again with another lesson. Before I kick it off, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful and humble elect that's out there doing this work in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the planet Earth. Shalom to you, sincere Aquathium that are out there that are subscribed to this channel and that are also listening. All right. So, as you see, we are in a new year, so-called year, the year 2020, also deemed the year of prophecy. Okay. But I'm going to just entitle this quick hit, as you can see here, why New Year's Day was no holiday for black people during slavery. All right. So our people, as this time progresses, there is being more and more revealed about these holidays that you guys celebrate. Okay? So, our people, they're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Well, the scriptures also says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. All right? So within this lesson, it won't be extremely long, but it's going to be quick and informative and to the point. All right? So, as you can see, I'm just going to touch on a few things on this one. And this is just off an article that I came across on the book. So, it says, according to Time, New Year's Day or January, I was often referred to as Hiring Day or Heartbreak Day. Okay, what does that mean? Many enslaved black people anxiously awaited to see if they will be rented out to another family or household. All right. This would in turn separate them from their families. This, as an alternative to selling a slave, was practiced all too familiar during the time of chattel slavery. All right. Well, so, as we already knew, during slavery, those things happened to our people. All right. You would get sold off or exchanged for a bottle of wine or to be the harlot, or be hired for whatever service that, the oppressor would want you to be before, whether it was for folly or whether it was for work or whatever the case may be. These families got separated, and all of these Jakes, got sent all over America, all over the country. Sometimes they wouldn't even return, man. Okay? But this was all prophesied in the scriptures, and was written aforetime for our learning. Why? All because, hey, we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? So I'm going to go into Deuteronomy 28 right here. And I'm going to start at the 15th verse. Okay? It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right? You got to remember why Moses wrote these things, man. Because, the children of Israel were stiff-necked people, man. And they always brought the Most High to wrath. They always challenged him and tempted the Most High. And to the point to where he wanted to kill him off and start a whole new nation just out of Moses. Okay? And so much so that Moses was like, look, if you continue and you do the work and you do the will and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all of these wonderful things you will get. But if you don't do it like you've done before because you're a stiff-necked people, and you constantly anger the Lord, well, then this is what's going to happen to you after he brings you into the land. All right? So that was verse 15, but I'm going to drop down to the point of here it is. It's 32. Okay? And it says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand. So you Negroes, you so-called Negroes, man, in those times, you didn't have any might in your hand. You still don't have any might in your hand. Okay? You're still in slavery, but just not physical slavery. Okay? Thy sons and daughters you were passed off, man. You were rented out. You were sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Okay? That's what happened, man. And so you so-called Negroes, and Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites, according to scriptures, man, you guys still love to celebrate these different things, and you have no knowledge or understanding of why you do so. You just think it's something cool to do, or some folly, some real, folly and mirth that y'all like, going behind these things. But you really don't understand what these things go back to, okay, or these so-called holidays. All right, so I'm going to start again where it says this would in turn separate them from their families. This, as an alternative to selling a slave, was practiced all too familiar during the time of chattel slavery. These transactions took place in town squares, on courthouse steps, and on the sides of country roads. So you see, it didn't matter where it went down at for Jake, man, for these people. They would just get down right where it was at. Okay, because they just didn't even care. All right, but ultimately it goes back to what our mess up. Okay, we decided to go off of whoring and worshiping other gods and things like that. All right, but not to digress or get off of the main topic or the main point. Again, this whole thing just goes to bring edification on what so-called New Year's Day would represent, okay? Again, called Heartbreak Day or Hiring Day, all right? And so, I mean, this article, I mean, you can pretty much read on your own. Just type it in, National Heartbreak Day or Heartbreak Day, January 1, or Hiring Day, and it'll pop up. So I hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.